June 18th, we're about 7 to 14 days away from what we call our grower standard practice application to our rice. Just at hitting or prior to hitting, we've got a grower standard practice we put out that we feel like picks us up, 5 to 8 bushels of extra rice. The last 2 years, we've been adding a product from ACT, activated carbon, on top of this grower standard practice. This has gave us another double-digit yield increase in rice. So I'm going to let Brad from Activated Carbon kind of explain to you what we're fixing to do. It may be something you want to do on your rice farm, as we've been seeing, like I said, double-digit. We've been anywhere from 12 to 18 bushels, 2 years worth of data. We went from a small plot to a larger acreage to this year we're going to go 100%.
Yep. What we have at Activated Carbon is essentially just that activated carbon and the ability to activate, solubilize multiple components of a carbon and a humic spectrum. We really focus on that technology, which is multiple modes of action as it relates to biology, physical, and chemical attributes. In this particular case, we built a nitrogen, potassium, sulfur, and zinc source. So the analysis is a 7-0-17, 1% sulfur, and then 0.75% zinc. But the most important piece is 7% activated carbon.
So we've been looking at this product, like I said, for 2 years. We've been getting a 5-to-1 return. It's roughly how much an acre?
This particular application is a $20 per acre treatment at 2 gallons per acre, and he's seeing a 5-to-1 return on investment with that. In most cases, I say our average use rate is about 1 gallon per acre. Again, it's very much about the yield environment. Obviously, these guys are in higher yield environments, and they're really pushing the envelope. So where you're looking to get that finishing touch on a rice, bean, cotton, or corn crop, depending on what stage you're at, but we like to gear this very close to the reproductive stages where you're in high demand of nitrogen to finish that off, as well as the potassium and the carbon ratio to balance out that nitrogen and get it exactly where it needs to be to build quality, build protein, and build test weight.
There's been a lot of products we've tested over the years to XtremeAg. This has been one of our rock stars the last 2 years. Brad and I met in the airport and just started kicking around some ideas. He don't probably like to say this a lot, but his customers holds a state record in soybean yield in Arkansas. So that prompted me to say, hey, what are they doing that we're not doing?